Saving money is something we all know is important, but knowing exactly where to put that money can be difficult. So I found the best savings accounts out there, and I'm going to break them down for you and show the perks that they offer so that you can get the best bang for your buck. Choosing the best savings account possible is crucial for ensuring that you're actually going to be getting a return on your money and getting the most overall value for your experience and for where you're putting your money as you're saving money. So first off, is saving money actually important? I believe that every single person should have savings for an emergency fund. And this should really be two different levels of emergency funds, and I actually got this from Dave Ramsey. First off, you should have a small emergency fund of around $1,000 to $1,500, and this is for any kind of emergencies that are going to come up where you need money fast. I recommend keeping this either in cash or in a local bank that you know that you can easily access if you need it quickly. After that, you should have a larger emergency fund that covers all of your expenses for really 6 months. Some people will go as low as 3, some people will go higher. I recommend having at least 6 months worth of all of your expenses in a savings account. And this money should be stored in one of the bank accounts that we're going to talk about today. It doesn't necessarily need to be a local bank, but if something were to happen where you lose your job or lose a significant portion of your income, then you can dip into these savings, but they really should be saved for only if you have a big loss of income or some other major unexpected expense come up. I believe that every single person should have savings for an emergency fund. Next up, how much should you actually be saving? I would recommend that you're saving or investing as much as you possibly can. So always be striving for ways to earn more money so that you can have more money to then invest or save. You should be trying to save and build up those emergency funds as fast as you can. And then after that, you can maybe consider dialing back on your saving and focus more on the investing. I believe that investing is going to give you the best overall returns. So once you have your emergency funds taken care of, that should be kind of more of your priority in my opinion. So now that we know more about saving, what should we actually look for in a savings account? There are a ton of different things to consider whenever you're looking for a new savings account. You can look for sign-up bonuses, which are awesome, high interest rates, service fees, and ideally finding bank accounts that don't have any service fees. And then you also want to be considering if they have any opening deposit minimums or monthly minimums. And there are a ton of other things, but these are kind of the main ones that I like to look at. So across all these different features that we want to analyze whenever we're looking for a savings account, I found 3 solid options that I want to present to you today. First up is Discover Bank. I first started my relationship with Discover as a credit card. They were my first credit card whenever I first turned 18 years old. Now I have 2 credit cards with them, a checking account and a savings account. Overall, they're a fantastic company, but let's specifically look at their savings account. Right now, their savings account offers an interest rate of 3.75%, which is pretty good. It's not the highest that we're going to be discussing today, but is a pretty solid option. I also like that they have 0 monthly fees, so there's no really service fees that you have to worry about. And also the interest is compounded daily and paid out monthly, which is pretty nice. Discover is also currently offering a sign-up bonus where if you deposit $15,000 in your account, you're going to get a $150 bonus. You just have to make that deposit within 30 days of opening the account. $150 on $15,000 isn't a ton, but it is free money. So if you have $15,000 in your savings, you might consider opening up this account, get a free $150 in the process. Next up, we're going to talk about CIT Bank, and they currently have an interest rate of 4.85%, which is absolutely phenomenal. However, there's a bit of a catch. The 4.85% is only going to apply to accounts with balances over $5,000. If the balance is under $5,000, then you only get a 0.25 interest rate. So this is really for people who are looking to have more than $5,000 in the account. Another big benefit is that the interest here compounds daily, just like that Discover account. There's no service fees, so you don't have to worry about any ongoing monthly charges. And last note here is they do have a minimum opening deposit of $100, but if you're going for that high interest rate, which is the main perk here, you're going to be needing to have at least $5,000 anyway. Lastly, we're going to be talking about Ally Bank. Ally Bank is a pretty popular bank in the financial industry, and their interest rate that they're offering is going to be 3.75%, which is good. It's falling below that CIT, and it's going to be on par with Discover. This is another account where, again, there's no monthly fees that you have to be concerned about, so that's another big green flag for me. They have a $0 minimum opening balance, so any kind of money that you want to put in, you'll be able to open the account with. A cool feature that they have here is buckets, which allows you to kind of organize your saving strategy without having to have a bunch of different accounts. Overall, it really depends on what you're looking for and how much money you have available for which one of these accounts is going to be the best for you. They all have their different perks, but I'm going to go ahead and give you my personal thoughts on which one is going to be best. If you're purely looking for the interest rate and you have a balance of over $5,000, then the CIT Bank is going to provide the best interest rate. However, Discover is the company that I have the most experience with, and I can say hands down that they are a phenomenal company to work with, and I overall really like their products, and they have a wide variety from credit cards, banking, CDs, checking and savings account, and they really are all encompassing, and especially if you're looking to get your start in the credit journey, they're great, and I always recommend them for the first credit card. So I would recommend that you look into all three of these yourself and kind of decide which one is best for you and your personal situation.